legends start. In-depth words cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, the secrets told. The Golden Room Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Room Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome into the Golden Broom Podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by the perplexed-looking Vandy Chris. Chris, what is going on?
Man, I'm a busy man, right?
Yes.
I got so many things going on in the podcast world right now that it's crazy.
You haven't stopped. Right? You have not stopped, to say the least. So
who would have thought 5 years ago I'd be into doing this stuff, right?
I mean, I would have. We talked about it for so long, it had to happen eventually.
Right.
But nah, I feel you on that one, man. It's crazy. I mean, I did 4 shows last week, and you know me, 2 shows max for me a week, and I tap out.
Yeah.
I did 4 last week, and that was crazy. I've been on the go since Saturday, and a lot has happened here, to say the least. But
I think I might have beat you.
I mean, probably so. I mean, last night you had to sit in for me on a show, and that was fun.
I actually did. Do I really call them a show? I did 6 clips for Spot the Ball on Saturday, but they were only 10 minutes long.
I count that. I count that as a show, though.
Okay, that's fair.
So that's 6 shows right there. Plus you do Villains, then you do our show, then you did CF Backers last night. You popped in on what's the other show you popped in on?
I've been invited to jump in on SE season, however you want to say it.
SEC season.
For the last 2 weeks, they've invited me in. I've absolutely enjoyed it, and that's something, these guys are all Auburn followers. And they get together and they rank all of the teams in the SEC. I was hoping to have Tez, the creator of the show, jump on, but he hasn't read the message yet. But I can show you a graphic of what we do and explain.
Sure, by all means.
So what we do, we rank the top 10 teams in the SEC. And one week we might have 3 guys doing it. The next week we might have 6 guys doing it. It just all depends who shows up. And we set up, this is done with a draft process. So he's got a wheel. He puts all of our names in the wheel, and we spin for draft picks. Who's picking where? And then when it comes to our number to pick, we pick a team who we think belongs in that spot. And this is the top 10 that the 3 of us came up with this week. And it's interesting.
I mean,
you have to make a case. You have to make a case for your team.
I'm trying to think of one that I would swap out. I mean, the only team that I would potentially consider taking out of the top 10 of this right now would be Missouri due to the injuries.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Because don't get me wrong, Missouri is a great football team, but losing Bo Pribula has killed them. And that defense can only do so much for him. Ahmad Hardy can only do so much when you have a quarterback that has the skill. He's just not there yet. So that would be the only team out of this I would consider taking out. And I would move Kentucky to 9.
On Kentucky?
I'd put Kentucky back to 9.
Okay.
And then I'd put Auburn at 10 on this, just for how they're currently playing. Mississippi State would be my number 11 team. And then it would be LSU, South Carolina, Florida.
Okay.
So,
and you'll notice on this graphic, it has the UAB Blazers on there.
Mm-hmm.
People may be thinking, what are they doing on the SEC ranking?
First thing I asked you when I saw this.
So, the rules are if you lose to a G5 school, you get replaced by that school until you win an SEC game. Now, Arkansas, they lost to Memphis, who in turn lost to UAB, and thus the reason UAB is in this graphic and not Arkansas. So I think it's absolutely fun to do. You can get into some righteous arguments defending why you have the team you have ranked in the spot you have them.
Now, I do have a question. What platform do they stream through? Because I like that setup.
Actually, I'll let the guy explain it to you right here.
All
Here
right.
is the host of SEC season, Tez.
What's up, Tez?
Hey, Tez, what's going on? I think you're muted.
Yeah. I'm
There you
sorry,
go,
that
there you
happens all
go.
the time. But yeah, man, that's me on the screen. How y'all,
Right?
how y'all doing?
So
Good,
maybe
man.
you can do a better job than I did. I just explained what we were doing here. Explain to our viewers what you do on this show.
Okay, yeah. So basically, during the season right now, we just do live rankings. So it's a power ranking, but we do it in a draft style format. So each panelist gets to make a pick, and we just build a top 10 based off of that. And we only consider what what a team has put on the field this season, like not like the historical day. Like we don't care about the prestige of a team or anything like that.
Sure.
Just only the games that have been put on the field and what we see on the field. And we just rank them draft style. So you don't get to actually make your entire top 10. You have to kind of, be fair and pick the teams where they may, and we try to get a diverse crowd so that we get a solid list, man. And it actually comes out pretty decent every week.
I'm about to say it's not. I mean, my only thing I would say about it was Missouri. I was telling Chris that. I said that's the only team that I would say I probably would not have in the top 10, and I would put Kentucky at 9, Auburn at 10.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it is once we get done, we actually have that conversation of what team that maybe could come off the sideline or we may have ranked too highly. I don't know. It's an interesting, fun take on it. Have a lot of fun doing it. It's pretty cool. You got to get you on there one day, Cody.
Absolutely, would love to. This is awesome. What streaming service do y'all use? I really like this setup.
Right now I'm using EV Mux.
Okay.
Just because it allows me to do like certain things. It's not as well. I would say because it's not as reliable. I don't think as StreamYard. I do have some lapses there, but it's a little bit more detailed than like some of the things that you can do.
I mean, the fact that you can have all that on the screen at one time, I like that.
Mm.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Dang.
So how long have you been doing the SEC season, and where can we find your show at?
Yeah, so I've had this YouTube channel since the beginning of the year actually, and I've just I'll tell the backstory. Like I started off doing content with my guy Brinsky Sharp from Sharpshooters Podcast. It's the first time I've ever been on camera. And then I kind of got to the point where it was like, hey, I want to maybe make my own channel, but I didn't want to like do something that was kind of, I'm not gonna say the same, but I wanted to do something that benefited everybody that I already worked with. So I had the channel for the longest, never put anything on there. And then at the beginning of the year, this was my first episode. So week 1 of college football season was my first episode of this. And yeah, you can find me at It's SEC Season on all platforms. Trying to grow that brand. So yeah, if you guys want to come over there and subscribe, man, and get in on the conversation. We like to call our chat over there the Keyboard Collective, where your comments are the currency. So yeah, come over there and check us out, man. We have a lot of fun doing it, man.
I like that a lot.
It's actually great fun, and like I was telling Cody, you get into some pretty heated arguments about why you want to rank a team on there, don't you?
Yeah, sometimes it gets heated, man. I honestly, like, starting off doing this, I didn't think that my fear was like people won't take it seriously. But what I found out is like, nah, like people, they really, really get into it, man, and really, really put stock into some of the teams we rank and where we put them. It's interesting. It's interesting, man.
I mean, it's very unique. I would have never even thought about an idea of doing a show like that. I mean, that's just genius because everybody likes to argue about where their team should be, and it ain't
Right,
gonna stop. I love it.
right. Yeah, and in the beginning, I contemplated doing the entire top 16 for the SEC, but I think at 10 it just provides this whole of are you in the 10 or are you not that just
Sure.
sparks these debates. Because I think if we did like 1 through 16, some people would be content being at 11.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody wants to be in the same category as some of these other teams. So it's always interesting, man. It's always an interesting conversation. Um,
Now, will you do this during basketball season as well?
um, my viewers want me to do basketball. I don't know if I'm gonna actually dive into that, man, because trying to get like a lot of the stats and stuff, it's a lot of work with the graphics. And
Sure.
to be honest, like I I love football. I love this conference. That's why I made the whole podcast centered around it, just SEC football. I love Auburn basketball. I'm not as versed in basketball of the other teams
Sure.
outside of Auburn, but in football, I can talk to any team. So
Yeah.
that's kind of why I'm just sticking in my wheelhouse right now. I don't know. Maybe we will though.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting to check it out like that. I mean, for sure.
Right.
Watch, you'll end up doing it, and you'll end up being even more hooked on basketball than you could ever be.
Right.
Completely. So, and we started out actually as a baseball podcast over here. So,
Yeah.
We're still a baseball podcast. Let's be real.
fair enough. So, but people may be wondering, how did I get hooked up to these guys? So, we've had Nick Fraser on here before from the
Right,
Water
that's my
Cooler
guy.
Talks podcast. Now, the fun part is when I started watching him and got following him, Tez actually helps him on his show.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's how
Yeah.
I got to know Tez. And just getting to know all of these Auburn fans and chatting with them and hamming it up with them, good group of fans right there.
Oh, Auburn's always classy, though. To be fair, I mean, it's just a fact. I mean, I've been to tailgates at a lot of SEC schools. Auburn has always treated me the best.
Right.
I like to
Yeah,
hate
I
on
mean-
Auburn. Don't get me wrong, but the fans are awesome.
Yeah, man. I like to say that most fans are okay, right? They really just we really just want our teams and the best for our teams. Now, there's a weird group of fans out there from every team that's just like they more hate other teams. They hate other teams more than they actually love their own team.
Oh, for sure.
So, so like, and I think every fan base has got those, but like for the most part, man, you can find me on here or I'm on like B Sharp's podcast, Sharpshooters. That's an Alabama-based podcast. Like you can find me any. Like I just enjoy talking to fans and get different perspectives from like around the SEC and just around the country, bro. It's a real eye opener. Like seeing how Vandy Chris, like having him on there and seeing how he thinks about like some of these teams. What is he seeing versus what I'm seeing, because I'm in Alabama. We do a football a certain type of way in Alabama. Yeah, you guys do football a certain type of way in Tennessee, and they do a certain type of way in Florida. So like being able to have those conversations with a diverse group of people, man, it's always very, very interesting.
Where are you at in Alabama?
I'm in Birmingham,
What part of Birmingham?
like near downtown.
Oh, I'm in Calera. I'm right down the street.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have family in Calera. Yeah,
Really? Dang.
yeah.
Yeah, I work in
Yes.
Pelham, so
And the family that I have in Calera actually works in Pelham.
that's crazy.
That's
Small world, man. Small world.
Small
Yeah.
world.
absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
I wanted to invite Tez on tonight because I was late to our show last week, right? Because we ran long because we got into one of those spirited debates, and it took us like 2 hours to get through the top 10 last week. Where this week it only took us roughly an hour and 15 minutes. So
Yeah.
that gives you an idea of what kind of action you can get going talking about why you put a certain team in a certain spot.
I mean,
It's
to be fair
absolutely
though,
fun.
how many times have we actually started on time?
This is fair.
I mean, we
We're always 10
never-
to 15 minutes late, right?
Absolutely.
It's tough, man. It's tough
It
sometimes
is.
getting here on time. Yeah.
Well, we start talking and then we lose track of time. We're like, oh, hey, we should probably go live with all what we're saying right now. So
Right.
it
Yeah, it
works
happens
out.
all the time.
Oh,
It happens all the time.
All the time. Well, Tez,
Well, that's
it's
awesome.
great having you on here. Thank you for jumping in, explaining the graphic that I had shared.
Oh yeah.
You're welcome to come on anytime to talk about Auburn football specifically, or if you just want to jump in and ham it up talking about football in general. We'd love to have you, but tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can find me at It's SEC Season. So at ITS and then SECZN. That's how you spell it. And you can find me there on all platforms: Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Actually, but only the YouTube has a lot of content. I'm just one guy.
For
So
sure.
Right.
I'm getting to the point where I can try to get all the social medias managed. But yeah, you can find me there, man, on YouTube at It's SEC Season. I got, some shorts and things coming up. I debuted, if you go back and watch the episode from today, I debuted a series that's coming up called Tez Talks. And it's just going to be me talking about some things around college football. The first episode is actually about this Disney YouTube TV dispute.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get into it and have a really nuanced conversation, man. A lot of my friends, like, they tell me, like, when they talk to me, like, I tell these stories. So I decided to, like, take this on and do that for my channel. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, at It's SEC Season on YouTube. You can find me there, man. Small channel, but we're growing really fast. So
There you go.
thanks again, Vandy Chris, man, for having me and for coming on, man. And Cody, we got to get you on there to rank some teams, man, one of these weeks.
Absolutely. I'm ready. Whenever you need me, I'm ready.
I appreciate you coming on. Like I said, I wanted to give you just a few minutes to come on, explain what we're doing over there, and how it works, and to plug your channel a little bit, because the more we all work together as these small podcasts, the better we're going to grow together. And
that's true.
I think we're on to something in the SEC with so many podcasts going on throughout the Southeastern Conference that we're the cusp of the future, because people aren't sitting around watching the live programs on TV anymore. They're just not.
No.
They're getting their stuff off the internet, these short little videos and clips. And I think we're on to something here. And the more we work together, the better off we're all going to be.
Amen.
Oh,
to
for
that.
sure, man.
So, well, I appreciate you coming on. Cody, you want to take us to a break, or you want to
Yeah,
keep
let's
going?
do it. No, let's go. Let's go ahead and go to a break.
All right. We'll catch you next time, Tez.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys.
All right, have a good one.
All right.
All right.
That was
That's
well
our
done.
buddies. That's our buddies at Football Frame of Mind. That's a long commercial, but I really like it. Brandon and Cam, dude, let me tell you something. Those two dudes, they work their tails off. I did not realize like how much they actually do behind the scenes.
Right.
Like I'm blown away after talking to those two the other night. Cam came on our Bayou Bengal Backers show the other day,
Hmm.
and he was our guest for the Alabama game. And man, that's a cool dude. I like him.
So, with Football Frame of Mind, if you like NFL content, they are my go-to show for NFL content.
Yep,
I would highly recommend if you want to watch them. If you want to watch
absolutely.
something.
Absolutely. They know way too much about football, just to be honest.
Yes, they do.
Also, we have this great comment here I want to address.
Yeah.
Auburn should have beat Vandy. Clark was thinking of Baton Rouge with the eyes. He's moved up from a 20-1 odds to a 5-1 odds to take the job in Baton Rouge. He's number 4 on the list right now in betting odds. The 3 ahead of him, Joe Brady, not realistic. Lane Kiffin, that man staying put. And Nick Saban, come on. Nick is not getting back into coaching. It sounds great, and I'm actually going to address Nick Saban coming back to LSU in a little bit on the show. I've told you from day one, I want Clark Lee, and I am always going to push for that. And that genius at Bayou Bengal Backers, I couldn't agree more.
You can eat your heart out and want all you want, because I assure you that Clark Lee will not be coaching in Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
I don't know.
When I say that,
Tony, what's up, buddy?
when I say
Hey, Tony,
that,
what are your thoughts, Tony, on the idea of Clark Lee coming to LSU? Since he's now number 4 on the list, behind Joe Brady, Lane Kiffin, and Nick Saban. 3 names I think are unrealistic to come. What are your thoughts on Clark Lee?
so
If there's
when
anyone's
I say-
opinion that I value on this, it is Tony's, by the way.
when I say I assure you, just know that I know things that you don't know that I cannot share,
Okay.
and also realize that that LSU job, it's gone beyond a dumpster fire. It has now progressed to the point of landfill inferno.
It's not that bad.
Cody,
It's a PR nightmare, but the job
have-
itself is fine.
you have a governor injecting himself.
Okay.
You have legal filings now claiming that Scott Woodward did not have the authority to fire Brian Kelly. And now you have a board who was not in power at the time he was fired. They may have been in power, but Verge Osbury absolutely had an agenda in what was going on. You have this board now saying, hey, we have cause to fire him now because he didn't show up to do his job, that the athletic director took the keys away from him from doing.
That's
It's a
not what
dumpster fire.
That's not what they have over his head. Put it this way.
Okay.
They have something legit, and I think I know what it is, but I'm not going to share it because I don't want to slander the man because it's not my place to do that. But I'm telling you, they have something on him because if they didn't, they would not put this out there in a legal document.
Okay. If that's the case, then your interim coach should not be the interim coach because he was involved in that mess. He was the one that was accused.
Not that. That's not what they're holding over his head. No,
So
that ain't it.
if we're going to hold inappropriate relationships, which is what the allegations are, I've seen Twitter.
That's not what it is. I'm telling you.
They absolutely should, and make
Yep.
it go away.
I agree with that.
But you also have the agents, Trace Armstrong and Jimmy Sexton, have both said publicly they will not negotiate a contract for any of their coaches to go to LSU. You're not
that's
getting
fine.
a named coach. You're not.
Here's they can publicly say these things, but what happens behind closed doors are two different things. I'm telling you, the LSU job will be fine. Once all this is ironed out and over with, it will no longer be a PR nightmare. That's all this is right now. Everybody's perception of this is coming based off what you see from the media. People that are actually in the know, they're good. I'm telling you, right now, Burge Osbury is working behind the scenes hard. He is making connections right now. And I guarantee you, he probably already knows who's going to be the next coach. I'm telling you, it is not as bad as
When
you think it is.
when the agents come out and make public statements that they will not do it, you have to believe what the agent is saying, right? Instead of some innuendo rumors behind closed doors.
I will just tell you, personally, I've never trusted an agent. Never will. They're slime
That,
balls.
that's fair.
And honestly, if we don't get a Jimmy Sexton guy, great. But here's the thing: not every person represented by an agent is going to directly listen to their agent. There are some people. It's like, hey, I could have the LSU job. Okay, I will take that because the program itself is not in a bad spot. Financially, they're good. They don't have any issues lingering with any kind of like postseason bans or anything like that. No
That's
scholarship
that's fair.
restrictions. The program itself is fine. Right now, all they have is just media turmoil. It's like a bad breakup. Now, I will say this: the way that the administration handled the firing of Brian Kelly was not right. The way it was leaked out was the wrong way to put it. I think that it should have been worded differently because, I mean, to be honest, every coach firing, there is going to be some sort of legal matter between the two with it being that much money when it's that big of a buyout. Like, and some schools are like, hey, that's it. Okay, we owe you this. Here it is. Boom, done. But some are like, hey, we need to kind of renegotiate this. In this case, I understand them wanting to look at everything before they make an official decision on that. I think that's fair. If they really have some dirt on Brian Kelly for something he did, which let's be real, everybody knows that Brian Kelly does not have the greatest past. I try to believe in the man, but I mean, let's just be real. And then right here, I mean, Tony says right, too many Chiefs, not enough Indian syndrome is a problem at LSU. True.
Yes.
That is very true. It is very top heavy in power. Too many people are having a say, and they're way too public about it. This comment right here, let me talk about it. John Summerall at Tulane coming to LSU. I like Summerall. I think he is a great coach. I think he would do pretty good at LSU, actually. I don't think that his name will be on the top of their list because I don't think he has that. He hasn't really proven it yet. And that's not saying he doesn't deserve it. It's not ready. But I feel like they want, I hate to say it, but they want like a flashy kind of hire. I think they
Lincoln
want like
Riley.
which it wouldn't surprise me at this point. But no, I mean, I think like a Lane Kiffin is I think that's who a lot of people have their eye on. I get it. I think everybody would want Lane Kiffin. Why wouldn't you? The guy's great on social media. His program looks great right now. Everything he's doing, while people may dislike him, he's probably the hottest name in coaching right now. He's just a very interesting character. You want to know what he's doing. I respect that. Joe Brady, I think that's just a flash dream. I think everybody's wanting that to happen, but Joe Brady, he did his time at LSU, very short time, but what he accomplished there was fantastic. And he went to NFL. He proved that it wasn't just some flash in the pan. He's actually done fantastic in the NFL. His mindset is amazing. He really loves the game. He literally deletes his Twitter account and then reactivates it after a win and puts 1-0, then deletes it and does not follow social media. I respect that. Nick Saban is the GOAT, okay? Simple as that. Well, him and Bear Bryant, I will always argue that two different eras of football, you can't really determine if one's better than the other because Bear Bryant didn't have the social media tools that Nick Saban had or the money or blah, 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 all that crap. So 1A, 1B, whoever you put there, cool with me. I just think Nick Saban, once he said I'm done, I truly believe he's done. Does he want to come back and coach? I'm sure he does. I think he would kill to be on a sideline right now.
He does
but
not
I think
want to come back and coach.
No, I'm saying like in his head, he's like, man, I wish I could be out there coaching right now. I'm sure he has that hit him all the time. Does he actually want to follow through with that and get back out there? No. The reason he left the game when he did was one, because I mean he'd accomplished everything he needed to. And two, he hated this new era of football that we're in. And I get that. Why would he want to come back now when it's worse than ever? There's no reason to it. If there was a school for him to come back to, it would be LSU probably. Unless Alabama was open, like it would have to be a school like that because it was his biggest regret leaving there. So I get that thought process behind it, but him coming back is just not. It doesn't make any sense. So, okay, Jamie Chadwell, I like that guy. I think he is a good coach, but I just again I don't know if he's got that record that would make him just like a hot commodity for a team like LSU right now.
He's a perfect fit for LSU.
Oh, he's fantastic fit. I think he'd be
he's got a checkered past just like Brian Kelly.
I'm shooting you a bird under the screen right now.
I mean,
but no, you're not wrong.
He does have a checkered past. He would fit perfectly at LSU. That seems to be LSU's mantra right now.
Cody Yoders are stupid. I agree. Hey, speaking of that, did you see old Jeb Yoder got arrested? Poor guy. I heard that you were paying his bill, and I appreciate that, man. You're a good man for that. All right, let's see.
Been a spirited talk about LSU.
It's long overdue, and it's going to continue in a second because I've got more to this.
While we're on these coaches, have you been hearing the same things I'm hearing from another SEC school?
You talking about Arkansas?
Yes.
Yep. I'm hearing it pretty strong, actually, right now. So,
have you been hearing the same name I'm hearing?
I'm assuming you're talking about James Franklin.
Yes.
Because a lot of people assumed he was going to Virginia Tech. I heard that what it was is he's interested in Virginia Tech. But when Arkansas comes calling with what they can offer you, you don't say no at this point.
So, there's several media accounts that cover Arkansas that have come out and said, we have our guy. He has been hired. It's a done deal. And it will be announced the week of the Missouri game. So if you think about it, if you're announcing a coaching hire during the week of a game, it cannot be an active head coach.
That is true. Unless they got Jimbo.
But he's not active.
No. I'm saying, so if they got Jimbo, that would be a perfect one to announce then.
The only thing it can be is a coach that's not active currently or the current coach. If it's the current coach, you'd go ahead and announce it now, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's tough. Sorry, Andrew, but yes, A&M is on upset alert, whether you like it or not. No, I think everybody is on upset alert this week, for real though. This is the time of the year where stupid stuff happens that makes no sense. Yes.
My team's not on upset alert this week.
Why?
We got a bye week.
Oh, you're on bye again? Okay. Gotcha. That makes sense. Let's see what we got here. I like this. I think gyms are Jason Candle from Toledo, Alex Golish, South Florida, Jason Eck from New Mexico, Tyson Helton, Western Kentucky, and Eric Morris, North Texas. I fully agree. And let me tell you, Eric Morris, that's a guy I'm sold on. That dude wins everywhere he goes, and he develops quarterbacks. You ever heard of Cam Ward?
What kind of story is that, right? You don't have a quarterback, so you hold open tryouts for walk-ons. This guy comes in there, lights it up. You put him on the team as a walk-on, and he goes out and earns a starting job, and he's sitting at 7-1, and they're only lost to South Florida. They're currently leading the American Football Conference, and by all accounts, they have a legit chance of getting that G5 spot.
They really do. A lot can happen between now and Selection Sunday, so I'm excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's true. I mean, we really do have to choose someone. And I think LSU's trying to play it smart right now. I think they're either going to – so it's Lane Kiffin or bust for them, and they're going to wait until he's done with the season to make the announcement, or you're going to hear something probably around mid-December, I think. It just
So
depends on who it is. But I think they want to let whoever the coach is, they want to make sure that if they are a current coach, that they're not in the playoff, because if they're in the playoff, they don't want to mess up their chances in the playoff. So I respect that.
so on Lane Kiffin,
Mm-hmm.
your son just moved to Oxford. He's the
Okay.
starting quarterback. He's a freshman, the starting quarterback at Oxford High School. His
Okay.
head coach is David Cutcliffe. Your daughter's a student at Ole Miss. Your ex-wife, you're doing a great job together, co-parenting. She still lives there. His entire family has, within the last 18 months, moved to Oxford. Why would you leave that? Why would you want to leave that?
I mean, that's a good point. I can't argue that. I mean, I know for a coaching family, it's easy to just up and go. But when
Right.
his son's in the position that he's in now, I just don't think you do it.
You can't
I
make that
think
change.
he's made Oxford home, like officially home.
Yes,
And now once his son graduates and it's not a thing,
maybe.
maybe consider your options. But right now, there's no reason for him to go anywhere. The program's investing heavily into football. Why leave that when you can compete with anyone in the world right now? So I get it. That being said, let me share this graphic real quick. This is a hear me out if this happens. If Nick Saban is named the head coach at LSU, I don't think it's going to happen. But here is who I want to be on the staff. Notice that 4 of these people are currently on the staff. Bring in recently fired Brian Dabble to be the offensive coordinator. He was Saban's offensive coordinator in 2017. They won a national championship, had a great season. He's now on the job market looking for a new job after being fired this week from the Giants. Kyle Williams, keep him at D-line coach. That dude, I'd run through a wall for the man. I mean, I'd probably bounce off the wall, but Kyle Williams doing a fantastic job with the defensive line in his first year at LSU. Can't complain. Alex Atkins. He's currently calling plays for LSU. I really like the guy. I think he could do a better job in selecting certain plays, but I would like him to take over as the offensive line coach. Keep Blake Baker at defensive coordinator. Have your coach in waiting. And obviously Corey Raymond never leaves. And I mean, why not? And Frank Wilson, obviously, I meant to add him to the graphic. Frank Wilson, he has to say, he's a mainstay. You can't lose Frank Wilson. He's too good for recruiting and for the program and everything about it. If Nick Saban comes, that's people I want on his staff. He ain't coming. But if he does, that's who I want.
So let me push back on Phillips, as you're doing a good job as your defensive line coach.
Wait, what?
Or whoever you said your defensive line coach was.
Yeah, Kyle Williams. Yeah.
You said he's doing a good job, right?
Actually doing a fantastic job.
Did you see the way your defensive line got beat up in Nashville? They got absolutely destroyed.
Yes, and they also had 3 starters out in that game. And 2 of the 3 were very relevant starters that were needed in that game. Not that it would have made a much of a difference, but it would have made a fair defense or a fair difference in it.
Fair argument.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but you can have Bo Davis back. I like the guy. He's a great offensive line coach, but for some reason this year it just ain't working for him. I understand he's got a lot of young kids he's having to shuffle through and figure out and get them going, but it is just not working this year. And I don't know what the problem is, because he is one of the best offensive line coaches in the country. Mm-hmm. This should not be an issue for him, but it's just, I don't know. It's like the kids are just getting destroyed out there. And I mean, in the Alabama game, I thought they actually did kind of decent. Some of the problems was, and I heard this on a podcast actually, Garrett Nussmeier, he's looking at the line of scrimmage too much and not looking at the open field. I kind of believe that, which I get it. When you're having to run for your life on 80% of the plays you run, I understand that. I would be too.
So I made a prediction early in the year, actually in preseason. Do you remember what I said about the quarterback situation at LSU?
I don't remember exactly.
that Van Buren would have been my starter, not Garrett Nussmeier.
That is true. You did say that. And I said that you were crazy, probably, or something on those lines. I mean, it makes sense. I mean,
In my opinion, on Saturday against Alabama, I thought Michael Van Buren gave you a better opportunity,
he
and
did.
he did look better.
I think he came in at the wrong point of the game, though. I think that he shouldn't have come in the second half. I think he should have come in the first half, somewhere in the second quarter. I think that would
Where he
have made
still
a
had a
difference.
chance. Yes.
Yeah, because see, like, so there were some plays in that second half that made me say, "Oh my God, LSU might pull this out." I mean, because let's be real, they have this meter that shows like how bad did you really get beat this week on metrics. Alabama LSU were tied, like they were like just tied straight up. The
Hmm.
score did not indicate how close that game was. LSU just couldn't execute, and it was a shame. A couple small big plays that Alabama had made the difference in the game, and it worked out for them. But no, I will say this: hats off to Blake Baker. Great defensive play calls the whole night. The defense was on fire, ready to go. They did their part. Offense just didn't answer the bell. It sucked, but it is what it is.
Hmm.
Um, but no, let's move on from LSU. I love my Tigers, but I can only talk about them so much.
Right.
And yes, and like Brandon says, Van Buren has the highest upside. I think he does at this point. I think Nussmeier, he fits a certain system, and unfortunately, LSU does not have the personnel to make that system work right now.
Hmm.
And I really feel bad for him because he should have probably went to the draft last year, taken his third to fifth round selection, and been done with it.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, who wants? I'm sure he'll do fine in the combine and all that, and he'll get drafted probably third to fifth round, and he'll do fine in the NFL, but he just has to get
Well,
with the right team.
what you're starting to hear NFL GMs put out there is the only quarterback that's showing any potential for the NFL is Fernando Mendoza, and they're not impressed by any other quarterback in college football right now.
I mean, and I respect that. And the ones they probably are impressed by, they're just not draft eligible yet. Because I mean, obviously, most teams would want Julian Saban, and I get that. The dude's
Hmm.
awesome. Um, I think Marcel Reed shows some promise, and I think that, man, if he could get on the Ravens, oh my
But
God.
he's but he's only a sophomore.
I thought he was a redshirt sophomore, though.
This is his second year at Texas A&M.
Is it really?
Yes,
No way.
he
I gotta
graduated
look.
from MBA High School in Nashville.
Hold on. Yeah, no, he's a redshirt sophomore. Yeah, this is his third year at A&M. He played in 23, 24, and 25. He only played a few games in 23. 24, he took over, and then 25, he's been the guy. I think he might be gone after this year, to be honest, and rightfully so. I mean, he's a great quarterback. So
I love these comments by Brandon. He is
I do
on the
too, by the
money.
way. See, the thing about college quarterbacks, high school quarterbacks, they are not running the systems that they would at the next level, and it's stunning their growth. That is true. And, it's funny that you say that because when you're looking at some of these guys that are going to the NFL as a quarterback, all their head coaches are losing their jobs. And it's
Hmm.
insane. Which, by the way, here's another rumor. Let's go ahead and start the rumor mill. Lane Kiffin to the New York Giants to be with Jackson Dart again. Boom. I'm saying rumor mill. I'm not saying it's ever even a possibility, but why not?
Yeah, I saw that earlier today. I'm like, this guy's not leaving his kid in Mississippi to go do that.
But then again, I mean, Oxford to like Baton Rouge is not that far. I think he can make that work if he were stupid enough to take the
I
job.
don't think he
I
wants
would
to.
call Lane Kiffin an idiot if he took the LSU job. Not because LSU is not a great job, but because why would you leave that? There's
Right.
just no reason to,
You built it.
especially for even Florida. Like, why would you leave Oxford to go to Gainesville right now? Like, what is the draw to Florida? Nothing.
Nothing. And
And it's
they got an AD on the hot seat too.
exactly so. there's a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, does Florida deserve a good coach? Absolutely. When Florida's good, it's a good thing for the conference as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, do I like to see Florida do good? No, I like to see them get beat, but I think that their fan base deserves someone good. So, I don't know. Let's see. Quarterbacks are getting time to develop. They want to plug and play superstars, and that just isn't happening at the rate it used to. And that, yeah, I mean, and it's weird. It's like 247. You're ranked the number one guy, and you're instantly just thrown in there. Like, look at Bryce Underwood right now in Michigan. That man's barely keeping his head above water. Like, he's struggling. And it's not that he's playing bad. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're a top 25 team, but how much of that is a credit to the defense and not the offense? Because the offense is very mid at best.
So that brings me the opportunity to shift gears a little bit. You talk about plug and play. And let's take a look at what's happened at Kentucky. Will Levis graduated, right? They had a backup named Destin Wade.
Yep.
He was from right here in Middle Tennessee. His brother also played at Kentucky on the defensive side of the ball.
Yep.
They didn't give him an opportunity to win the starting job. Instead, they went out and got Devin Leary from North Carolina State, gave him NIL money, and said, "You're our plug-and-play guy." They have gone plug-and-play every year since then, and it's led to one of the bigger downfalls in the SEC, considering where they were to where they are now over the past 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the answer to that is?
I really don't know.
How do you combat that and start going with, hey, I'm going to keep a guy around for 2 or 3 years and develop him before he's ready?
I mean, this day and age, you can't
give
do
him
it.
a chance.
Yeah. That Cutter Boley guy they got right now, I think he's got potential.
Yes.
Like a lot of potential.
You have to invest in him rather than go hit the portal for another quarterback.
And I respect that. You know, and it's weird, too, how Kentucky just the last 2 weeks have just, like, turned on a switch.
Oh, it hasn't been just the last 2 weeks. Ever since the bye week, they've only given up more than 20 points one time.
Yeah.
And that was to Tennessee.
I mean, it's crazy how it went from Stoops is on the very, very hot seat, even though they can't afford a buyout, to, okay, Kentucky's not as bad as we thought. Like, Kentucky now, I mean, the close out the season for them, it ain't easy by any stretch. But the chances of them winning 2 more games to get to 6-6, it's not unheard of. I think they could probably beat Louisville. They should beat Tennessee Tech, even though Tennessee Tech is undefeated and really solid.
That's a really good Tennessee Tech team.
Like, this is a game that, let me tell you something like that.
I've been saying for a month, I think Tennessee Tech beats them.
And the crazy thing is, like, I can't even laugh at Kentucky if they lose this game because Tennessee Tech is 10-0.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. And speaking of that, and this game was actually one of the reasons I said everyone's on upset alert. Oh my God, I cannot see that. There we go. All right. So I went ahead and put all the Power 4 conference games on the screen here to go over who plays who.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go through this and do quick predictions. We'll stop and talk like maybe 2 to 3 games max, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Clemson at Louisville. Louisville's a 2.5-point favorite. Who you got?
I have to ride with Louisville because ever since Cade Klubnik got hurt, they have not been a good football team down in Clemson.
Fully agree. I'm going to skip Notre Dame and Pitt because that is actually our game of the week that we will discuss on the next slide because I love this matchup. Mm-hmm. NC State at Miami. NC State, before you make your pick, NC State has been the team that, while their record's not great, they're good at beating decent teams. And it makes 0 sense. Who you got?
I think that's all going to depend on which Carson Beck we get. Are we going to get Carson Beck the first 5 weeks, or are we going to get Carson Beck the last 2 games where he's thrown 7 interceptions?
I'm taking NC State in this game in an upset. Get them bowl eligible.
Might not be a bad pick.
There you go. All right. I think we're both going to agree Georgia Tech rolls Boston College.
Easily.
I mean, yes, I don't think it's even close. Even though Boston College did play Notre Dame pretty decent, yeah, it's not happening. One of my actual favorite ACC matchup this week, Virginia at Duke. That's a tough game. I actually am taking Duke in this game.
Why would you take Duke after they just got handled by UConn?
Well, to be fair, UConn is actually a pretty solid team. And Mensa is a good quarterback for Duke. Duke has been, I mean, they can win. I don't see a reason not to pick them in this game, actually. Virginia is a cardiac team.
You got beat by Duke. I think Virginia pulls that one out.
Okay.
Or Duke
I mean, that's a
got
fair
beat by
pick.
UConn. I think Virginia pulls that out.
I mean, to be fair, UConn's quarterback, he's actually the most consistent quarterback in the country. 25 touchdowns to no interceptions. It gets no better than that for a quarterback. Shout out to UConn, by the way. I'm going to do an article, by the way, on him. Very good quarterback. North Carolina, Wake Forest, a.k.a. I do not care, Wake Forest wins.
Yes.
Virginia Tech versus Florida State, a.k.a. what the hell happened versus, dude, holy shit, what the hell happened?
Florida State's got way more talent than Virginia Tech on the offensive side. Kyron Drones, one of the biggest letdowns in college football the last 2 years.
Agreed.
I'll take Florida State in that one, especially at home.
Florida State, man, what a letdown. After starting the year off so good and then losing to Virginia, and it just went downhill from there.
Mm-hmm.
Such a shame. They're much better than their record shows, and I don't understand why it's gotten to this. That being said, let's move on to the Big 12. Former guest, two-time guest of the show, Ish Mahdi and the Arizona Wildcats go to Cincinnati. Tough game. I'm pulling for a Wildcats upset.
Do not sleep on Ish Mahdi and Noah Fafita. Arizona will beat Cincinnati.
I like it. All right, let's see, I'm going to call this the team that's definitely underperformed more than they should versus arguably the worst team in the Power 4 system.
Kansas State.
Yes. West Virginia, Arizona State. I'm going Arizona State easily.
Arizona State.
All right, UCF and Texas Tech. Oh, that's going to be a bloodbath. Texas Tech by a million.
Texas Tech.
By the way, let me ask you real quick. Are you sold on Texas Tech?
I'm sold on them winning the Big 12 and getting in the college football playoff.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my concern. They were so far behind everybody else that they had to spend that $25 million just to get on the same page, right?
Yep.
So what happens when they get on a national scale like that and start playing some of these other teams that they've been trying to catch up with that went out and spent more to stay ahead of them?
It's a good point. It's a very good point. I really hope that they spent the right money because, I mean, everything is going well for them this year. Everything. Yes. And I love the way they play. Their only loss is when their starting quarterback was not playing. So,
and not to foreshadow, but Texas Tech spending $25 million on skill positions is different than, say, a team like Vanderbilt spending $9 million on their offensive and defensive lines. Games are won in the trenches, right?
It's true.
So, which one is more sustainable?
It's a very good point. So, all right. Utah going to Baylor. Man, Baylor's quarterback leads the country in passing, or I think he's number 2 now in passing yards, but Baylor just can't get it together. I feel like Dave Aranda's on his way out at the end of the season.
He's got to be.
Yeah. I mean, if they can pull it here and let's see, get to bowl eligibility, that would be nice for them. I just don't think they beat Utah. Utah's a pretty good team.
For selfish reasons, I'm picking Baylor.
I like it. Hey, our boy Tony Thomas, he covers Baylor for Sports Illustrated. I like it. Um, TCU, BYU, aka TCU, the team that should be a hell of a lot better than they are, but they're just not. Going against probably a very pissed off BYU team. I would not want to be TCU this week. Give me BYU impressively.
Again, for selfish reasons, I'm taking TCU.
Why are you so against the that area of the country? You not like Mormons? Like what's
Did
going
you
on?
see? Did you see tonight's college football playoff rankings?
I didn't get to watch it.
Utah and BYU both ahead of Vanderbilt.
Why? Just because Auburn game was close?
We put emphasis on strength of schedule and strength of record, but we're putting BYU, who has no strength of schedule and no strength of record, 2 slots ahead of Vanderbilt at 14. Vanderbilt's at 14, BYU's at 12. Make it make sense.
That makes no sense. And it's not like BYU played Texas Tech close because they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Uh,
So for selfish reasons, I want Utah and BYU to lose so Vanderbilt can move up in the rankings.
This is why AI needs to take over the college football playoff committee.
No.
Bring back the computer system.
No.
All right, the SEC. Actually, no. Let's do Big Ten first because we focus heavily on the SEC. So let's do the Big Ten real quick. Minnesota at Oregon. Let me tell you something. Minnesota's dangerous,
Dangerous.
and Oregon they've also a lot of skill players.
Oregon at home. Give me Oregon. I don't
I
think
respect
it's
it.
close.
I will say this: I'm putting them on upset alert, but I am taking Oregon. But I'm putting them on upset alert until further notice.
Mm-hmm.
The team that somehow had a defense after not having a defense versus Indiana, who might be the best team in the country. I'm taking Indiana clear as day. By the way, fun fact about Wisconsin, their punter was their leading passer in their win against Washington.
Fun fact about Wisconsin.
They like cheese.
I 100% love that they're not dumping on Luke Fickle.
And they don't need to.
Because so many things happen beyond his control this year with that football team.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you can hang that on him.
Nope, not at all.
You lose your quarterback. You lose your top 2 running backs. They have had just as many, if not more, injuries than any team in the country. I can't say you blame that on the head coach. You give him an opportunity to fix it.
Absolutely. By the way, if we have any comments coming through, please feel free to share them because I cannot see them because I'm in full screen mode right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Michigan and Northwestern. Northwestern is a very underrated team, and I'm going to say this. Northwestern at home. Michigan does not have Justice Haynes. They say he's day-to-day. Let me tell you, that man is not day-to-day. I actually think Northwestern pulls this one out. Caleb Komolafe is one of the best running backs in the Big Ten, if not the country. Give me Northwestern in a classic Big Ten slugfest.
Northwestern in the junior high football stadium gets the job done.
I love it.
And that ends the Michigan run for the college football playoffs. That'll be their 3rd loss. I don't see a 3-loss team getting in.
I fully agree. All right, the next game, the team that's overachieving, Iowa Hawkeyes versus USC on the road.
That's a good pickup for Northwestern right there.
That is actually. I actually think Iowa pulls the upset traveling across the country.
So let me tell you a little history about Iowa. When they go out to Los Angeles and play football, they do not fare well.
It's fair.
They've been handled by UCLA. They've been handled in the Rose Bowl multiple times. Iowa going to Los Angeles is not a good thing. USC will get the job done.
Okay. All right. Penn State versus Michigan State, aka letdown versus letdown. Give me Penn State in a close one.
Penn State. You got to remember, Penn State is still a team loaded with talent.
Yes, and their new quarterback is actually not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah. Illinois, Maryland. I'm taking Illinois big in that one.
Mm-hmm.
Washington, Purdue. I'm just gonna say this: Washington had a stinker, and we've both consistently said that Purdue's gonna have that one win. I think this is it.
This is it.
Let's go Purdue.
They finally get a taste of it.
Upset alert. All right, so the next game for the Big Ten is one that I'm actually kind of intrigued by. UCLA at Ohio State. Do I think UCLA has a chance? No, I don't. Do I think UCLA might do something really weird in this game and look good again? Why not? I mean, I feel like they've been figured out since getting the new look at this point, and Ohio State should win this game by 1,000,000 points. But expect some competitive spirit in this game. I feel like Nico's got this game circled. Still expect Ohio State to kill him.
Ohio State's going to abuse Nico just like they did in the playoffs.
It's fair. It's very fair. It is a game that I do want to watch, though, because I think it will be – I just really think UCLA is going to come out the gate swinging hard and trying to get something done early. But I just think Ohio State is – they're not going to stop Ohio State. Their defense is not. Jeremiah Smith is going to have a bunch of just beautiful catches probably. All right, going to the SEC, South Carolina, Texas A&M. South Carolina's got a very, very good defense. Their offense is just hit and miss. That being said, Texas A&M's rushing defense is not very good. This is a problem because Alabama, when they played South Carolina, they couldn't stop. They just couldn't stop South Carolina. A&M's going to win this game, but it's going to be a lot closer than it should be for a home game. I mean, I think A&M can win by 2 scores, but it should be by a lot more than that.
Nah.
All right.
Texas A&M easy. South Carolina cannot run the ball.
Well, their quarterback can.
South Carolina cannot run the ball.
All right, we'll see.
They cannot.
All right, the game I'm not looking forward to, Arkansas at LSU. Arkansas has a very good offense, and while LSU has a good defense, LSU is not good against a mobile quarterback. It has been proven. Every loss outside of Alabama, because I'm not going to consider Ty Simpson a mobile quarterback, even though he was a dual threat out of high school, LSU just can't stop the dual threat. And Arkansas can score with anybody. It's just their defense can't stop people. Can LSU's offense get it going, and maybe Michael Van Buren gets more snaps and they just get things flowing at home? Maybe. But an 11:45 game in Baton Rouge, that ain't good. I don't like LSU's chances in this game. Give me Arkansas.
Oh, my God. You picked Arkansas? You know what? Give me Taylon Green for a 400-yard day. Arkansas wins this game handily.
I hate to say it. I mean, don't get me wrong. Can LSU win the game? Yeah. But I think Arkansas will score too many points.
And that's going to become a nightmare for you because you put Taylon Green and a James Franklin offense, you ain't beating Arkansas for the next 2 years.
We shall see. Watch, LSU's going to go out and blow them out now just because we said all that.
Watch. Always.
But no, I think Arkansas takes it. The game we've got circled, this is a fun one for us. Tennessee Tech, 10-0, traveling up to Kentucky. Who would have thought when making your schedule, all right, we're going to throw Tennessee Tech here, that they would be 10-0 when you play them? I mean, that makes no sense to me. Now, to be fair, because I think that is one thing that needs to be made a point, is that Tennessee Tech has not played the quality caliber of teams that Kentucky has. Now, let me find a common opponent between these two real quick so that I can pull up Tennessee Tech's schedule because I want to kind of briefly go over this because I'm telling you, this is a game that when I say upset alert, this is one that people need to have circled on their list because
Didn't they
it's
play? Didn't both of them play Eastern Kentucky?
I think so actually. All right, let's see here. So, full schedule for Tennessee Tech. Obviously, they are first place in the Ohio Valley. They have played. All right, so they beat Cumberland 65 nothing, UT Chattanooga 45-17, Davidson 72-14, Tennessee State 35-8, Western Illinois 66-20, Charleston Southern 27-13, Linwood 52-28, Southeastern Missouri 42-23, Gardner Webb 27-21, and Eastern Illinois 21-9. So, I mean, that's tough. That's very tough. And then to close out the year for them, they have Kentucky and then UT Martin. UT Martin sitting at 5-5. They should probably win the game. But hey, shout out to UT Martin. Their coach, he has good genetics. um,
Fair.
but no, I mean, obviously, they don't. I don't think they have a common opponent. Doesn't look like. Yeah, no common opponent on the schedule. And I mean, realistically, I mean, on paper, Kentucky should win the game, but it's not like Tennessee Tech's playing teams close. I mean, they've had a couple of close games, but nothing that's like, you know,
So
anything wild.
so Tennessee Tech averages 54 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They're giving up 15 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
They've given up 23 twice. I think they gave up 23 one time and 28 the other time.
Yeah.
Kentucky is favored by 22 points in this game. I think the Golden Eagles find that to be disrespectful. I think they find it disrespectful that Kentucky named them as their homecoming opponent. This is a number 5 team in the FCS, and I would venture to say that all of the top 5 in the FCS can beat lower end Power 4 teams.
That's fair.
If you remember, North Dakota State is 6-0 against the Power 4,
Yep.
all on the road.
Yep.
I think Tennessee Tech pulls the upset here and wins it outright.
There you go. I don't hate it. I'm taking Kentucky in a close one, and when I say close, I think Kentucky does not cover the spread in this game.
Not at 22.
No. I think it'll be like at best for them, 10 to 13 point range victory if they win. All right. A big one in the SEC. Last year, Oklahoma just shut down Alabama and got the win. Jackson Arnold looked like a superstar with his legs. This year, they have John Mateer. Oklahoma's finally starting to rev things up. Mateer's finally starting to get back into form, but he's not quite there yet. This game right here is do or die for OU. OU loses this game, they're out. They win this game, they're in the driver's seat at this point. Alabama's coming off a very hard game with LSU. The hangover is real when those two teams play each other. When LSU and Alabama play, the next week they always take the foot off the gas a little bit. I don't think Oklahoma's going to get it done, though. I think Alabama's going to find some stupid way to win at home. Because DeBoer's going to wear his black jacket, and they don't lose at home under him, unfortunately.
Give me the Sooners.
Whoa.
Alabama, the last 2 games, has shown some chinks in the armor.
Yeah.
I don't think Alabama's played a defense as good as what they're going to see on the field against them on Saturday. Oklahoma's defense is legit, probably the best defense in the SEC.
I wouldn't go that far. Ole Miss
They are
exposed
that
that defense bad.
They are that good.
We shall see. It's going to be one worth watching for sure. I think Tennessee rolls New Mexico State. I don't even think it's a game.
Diego Pavia and Eli Stowers are not there. Tim Beck's not there calling plays. New Mexico State, they're back to their old form prior to Pavia, Jerry Kill, Eli Stowers, MK Young, and that whole bunch going out there. Tennessee has no problem in this game.
Absolutely. I agree. Next game, Florida at Ole Miss. The Lane Kiffin Rumor Bowl, as you may want to call it. I mean, I think Ole Miss should easily win the game. I don't think it even should be much of a game after what we saw last week.
Florida in the upset.
Ooh. Okay.
And I say that knowing that every time Florida and Ole Miss play, something crazy happens. And typically, in games after Florida has been beaten down like they were on Saturday, they show a little bit of moxie the next week.
It's a good point. It's a very good point.
And when you consider Kentucky's won 4 out of the last 5 against Florida, was that result shocking that they handled them? It wasn't to me.
I mean, I didn't expect it to be that way.
But you also had a Florida team that had 16 players on the injured list.
That's fair.
I mean, let's call it what it is. They beat a broken down Florida team. But crazy things happen in Florida Ole Miss every single time. I think Florida pulls an upset here.
Okay. I like it. I'm going to do the bottom game before I go to the one above it because that's the co-game of the week. Mississippi State at Missouri, beating down Missouri. I think Mississippi State actually wins that game.
Yes.
And I think it's a good win for them at that. Get them bowl eligible and have them looking good.
And there's a lot of off-the-field stuff going on around the Missouri program. A lot of talk about firing Kirby Moore, the offensive coordinator. A lot of talk about Eli Drinkowitz taking another job. A lot of off-the-field chatter. I think it affects the team. Mississippi State has been close in a lot of ball games against some really good teams. I think they get it done this week, just like they did 2 weeks ago against Arkansas.
I like it. Texas and Georgia. That's a heck of a matchup. It being in Athens, I think, makes a big difference. A fun matchup, though. The toughest environment that Arch Manning has seen to date as a starter.
Is it?
I would think so. I mean, who would you say was tougher?
At Mississippi State?
I mean, that's tough. Don't get me wrong, but there's more fans at Georgia.
Doesn't make it a better environment.
I think it's going to be tough. I really do. I think we're going to see the vintage Manning of this season come back.
He also played in Columbus.
Still, though. I don't know. I think Georgia's going to be too much for him. Georgia's good at making things happen when it makes no sense.
So let me tell you what I've seen out of Texas.
Okay.
The last 2 weeks, they've changed their offense. They're no longer going for the deep throws. They're no longer waiting around in the pocket and trying to find the wide receivers on the outside. They've changed it up. They're going hot routes across the middle. Stops you from blitzing Arch Manning. It gives him time he gets the ball out of his hands a lot quicker. I think it's been better for him. And because I have a dream scenario all mapped out in my head, Texas goes into Athens and beats Georgia.
Okay. I just saw Brandon's comment. That's funny. Not like, all right, so my thing is this. Okay, so yes, Arch has gone into Columbus, but look how that went. It was to be fair, that was the first game of the year, so it's like I give a
That's
benefit of
the
the doubt there.
that's the best loss of the year by
Yeah,
anyone.
I mean for sure, for sure. And I mean the fact that they got the late touchdown helped them out and make it not look as bad. Because I mean a
I
14
mean,
nothing loss wouldn't even look bad, but
considering what Ohio State's offense done and Texas
no,
limited
yeah,
them like that,
yeah.
mm,
But then again, I look at the shootout with Mississippi State, and I'm like, ugh. But I don't know. I mean, I just don't know what version of Texas we're going to see. Are we going to see the Texas team that went to Columbus and just laid an egg? Are we going to see the Texas team that had heart and made a big comeback against Mississippi State? Are we going to see the Texas team that was impressive against OU? I mean, who are we going to see? I don't know.
I think like I said, the last 2 weeks, what I've seen out of Texas, they've changed their offense.
Yeah, I mean, it's
It's no
weird too
longer
because it's like,
waiting around. It's going with hot reads and across the middle and dicing people apart.
it's like when and please no one take this as me like making a knock at this, but when Manning got concussed, it's like a switch was flipped
They had to change
from
because of the
everybody.
concussion. They had to change. He was getting hit way too often,
Yep.
and they had to do something to help their offensive line. They went to the quick route offense, and it's working.
Yeah.
I don't
So
think Georgia's defense is built to handle that.
yeah. So yep. So that's our picks for the Power Four games. Now let's go to our game of the week, which it could have been Georgia Texas, but I was like, you know what? I'm tired of us always making it about the SEC. I really think that sometimes we got to step outside the box here, which we do like to do. But Pitt Notre Dame to me is just an intriguing matchup. And I know people are probably like, why is it intriguing? Okay, I'll tell you why. His name's Mason Henschel, I think is how you say his last name.
Hmm.
He's a true freshman quarterback that took over at Pitt after Eli Holstein was the quarterback. And since he's become the starter, they're 5-0. And I get it. They haven't played the quality teams that would equate to what Notre Dame is, but they got them at home. That helps. I mean, so far as a starter, he beat Boston College 48-7. That was more impressive than what Notre Dame did to Boston College, but both teams beat Boston College. Congratulations. He went on the road to Tallahassee, beat Florida State 34-31. In that game, he is 21-29 for 321 yards with 2 touchdowns. He also threw 2 interceptions in that game, which is fun. Then he plays at Syracuse, wins 30-13. NC State at home beats them 53-34. He had 423 yards passing in that game with 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And then most recently beat Stanford 35-20. He threw for over 300 yards in that game with 3 touchdowns. So, I mean, the kid, he's good. Pitt is a good team. Like, they're 7-2 right now. They give me no reason to say they can't do it. Both teams are 7-2. Realistically, Pitt is playing for a spot to potentially make, the college football playoff.
Are they?
I mean, who would say they're not at this point? I mean, right now they're sitting tied for first in the ACC.
The only path to the playoffs for Pitt is to win the ACC championship.
Exactly.
This game has no bearing on that.
I understand that, but it would elevate Pitt and make them look better though if they can handle Notre Dame, because Notre Dame, I mean, they've looked good against everybody in the ACC that they play. So, I mean, outside of Miami, obviously, well, they looked good against Miami. Miami was just better in that game. But no, I mean, realistically though, like I said, 5-0 since taking over. Their loss was their only losses were to a bad loss to West Virginia in overtime, which their quarterback he wasn't in that game. And then they lost to Louisville at home. And then Henschel takes over. Here they are, sitting at 7-2. Notre Dame's good. Obviously, you have Jeremiah Love. The dude can do it all. He's fantastic. I mean, you have a good young quarterback up and coming. Notre Dame's a good team. They're a playoff caliber team. I think Pitt can pull the upset. Either way, though, I think this game will be a close game. I think this will be a 1-2 score game for whoever wins it. But I think it will be a very hard-fought, close game.
So, before I get started, I just need to know, when can I expect the marriage invitation?
Next week. Who am I marrying, though?
Because the love fest you just had on Pitt's quarterback, you might as well go ahead and get it done now.
All right. I'll go ahead and get to the courthouse, get the documents drawn up, and we'll be ready to go.
Let's not forget who Notre Dame is. Notre Dame is a team that just played in the college football playoff national championship less than 10 months ago. Let's not forget the path they went on to get there, winning 3 playoff games.
Sure.
Probably the hardest road to the championship of any team that was in there.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 games.
In a row. Actually, they technically lost 3 in a row.
They lost 2 games. One on the road in a freshman quarterback's first ever start by 5 points. At night. The next one they lost by 1 point to the current number 3 team in the country by 1 point on a botched extra point. Notre Dame's got the best running back in college football in Jeremiah Love. I want no shade. He's the best. And it's not
That's fair.
It's not close.
Fair.
I've listened to Pat Narduzzi this week talking about this game. I don't know if you saw it, but he was asked yesterday, is this a must-win game for you? He gave the strangest answer I've ever heard. No, it's not a must-win game. I don't care if they beat us 110-10. This game doesn't matter. Our only path is to win the ACC championship. That's what I'm focused on.
That is
That
the
was his
absolute
answer.
weirdest response that a coach could ever give.
I don't think Pat Narduzzi's putting any stock in winning this game. I think when he says his focus is on winning the ACC championship, that's what he means. I think Notre Dame handles business, and I'm not sure it's going to be close.
I can't believe he would say that. Unless he's trying to be funny, maybe?
He was being dead serious.
I can't even turn that into a positive.
So let me see something here. I think I've got it. So hold
All
on.
right. While you're doing that, we're going to take a break from the slides for a second. And I've just got some funny videos. We haven't done funny videos in a while, Chris. It's actually been quite a while. So while you're finding that video, I'm just going to play some random funny videos to get us through this. Because why not?
Oh yeah. Oh, she trying to steal it. She trying to steal it. What's up, man? Oh shit! Oh shit!
Somehow that lady was fine, by the way. And I should have said language warning, because all of these probably have some kind of language warning on them. But now let's get to a football video. How that ball was officially caught and ran for a touchdown, I will never know. It was absolutely amazing. That said, let's watch Pat Narduzzi.
Do you feel like this is a must-win for this team when it comes to something?
Absolutely not. It is not an ACC game. I'm glad you brought that up. It's not an ACC game. I gladly get beat 103 or 110 to 10 in that game. They can put 100 up on us as long as we win the next 2 after that. But again, our focus is on Notre Dame and getting as many wins as we can.
Okay, so his focus is on Notre Dame and getting as many wins as he can. So I guess it's not as bad, but it's still a very
Why would you say
weird.
that?
Yeah. Like, I think I get what he's saying. It's like, okay, hey, if we lose this, it's okay. It's not the end of the world for us. I get that aspect of it, I guess. But he could have worded that a heck of a lot better.
You didn't.
Which,
save
by the way,
other-
shout out to all the people watching tonight. We got a lot of viewers tonight. That's amazing.
You didn't save the funny video I sent to you earlier today.
Oh, I haven't. I have not really looked through videos at all.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, I've got a. I think I've got some more videos to share while you're uploading that. Let me see if it's. Is it this one?
Do it. Make sure it's on video too.
No, it ain't that one. That one's a good one, but that ain't it.
Oh, that'll do it. Oh my god.
That dude got spun. I don't understand that one. Oh, this might be the video.
Oh shit.
That's my brother.
That kid got hit the second time. Oh man, I felt so bad for him. So bad. Alright, let's see here. I don't know, I like to do gruesome fight videos. They're just fun to watch. Oh yeah, did you watch the video of old Pork Chop shooting that 3-pointer I sent you the other day?
I did not yet.
Okay, you need to watch that one, man. It's so funny.
Why is
Oh, here it is.
that? It, yeah.
Would you like to call a play?
Well, I would like to do that if you'd like me to, but I will say that your second string, your backup quarterback is a good quarterback, and he's had some very good games for you, and your first string quarterback has the potential, I think, to be a great quarterback. He's got to stop the injuries somehow. And let's see, we have a very important, I think this is a very important couple of plays.
Here we go. Second and 7.
Right, 2nd and 7. Let's see what happens. Whoa.
That's
All right.
Krosky Merritt
Not bad.
takes it down to the 5-yard line.
That's right. That's right. Good runner.
There we go.
This is a very big play, don't you think?
I think
They have to get a touchdown. Let's put it differently. They just have to get a touchdown.
there we go. Now you're doing my job because
No,
that's what I was going to say. They have to get a touchdown.
Just forget about the play. They have to get a touchdown.
So you've done my job. Now you've done his job.
Right.
You're a regular here in the broadcast booth.
Well, let's see how they do. I think they have a good team. And I think Detroit's been amazing. That trade was such a great
It
trade
was
for
a really
both
good
teams.
trade. Yeah,
For LA and Detroit.
Yeah, I agree. People always look at it and try to say, we're going
Debo.
immediately. Samuel, and he is knocked out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Whoa, that's a great play.
And
I can't lie,
Not,
like-
and not to get political, because that's nothing political about that.
No,
Just
none
seeing-
whatsoever.
How often do you see the president of the United States doing a play-by-play on an NFL football game? You just
It's
don't
kind of
see
cool.
it. So I
I'll
thought
be
it
honest
was
with you.
really, really cool, and it wasn't terrible, to be honest.
No, it wasn't. I mean, for someone that probably does not follow sports as heavily as he probably once did,
Right.
you know, I mean, not bad. That being said, and this is okay. Again, none of this is political. I don't care who you vote for. That's your choice, not mine. So vote for who you want.
Exactly.
How cool would it be to hear, like, and you can look at this funny or not funny, but imagine like a George W. Bush or a Joe Biden calling a football game. Would you not laugh at that?
Oh, absolutely.
I think
laughed at this
Obama
one.
would actually do well at it, by the way.
Yes, I laughed at this one when he says, "Whoa." I
That
mean,
was
that's
great.
so on brand, though.
It is.
But it was funny, and I enjoyed it.
That was great. It's weird to see. He was on the Pat McAfee show actually.
He was on
As
Pat
well.
McAfee, yeah. And
Yep.
I 100%, I'll defend Pat McAfee all day for having him on there. It's Veterans Day. The President of the United States has put up an opportunity to come on your show. I may not agree with him. Leave the politics out of it. But if the President of the United States, I don't care who it is, wanted to come on the Golden Broom show, the president's coming on the Golden Broom show. I don't care who he is.
Absolutely. I'd be like, And the problem is those, like, even if you don't agree with someone politically and they come on, you're probably kind of going to want to support them because they supported you.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, I think it's really cool to see a president go on a sports broadcast, because think about all the people you're reaching in that, and
Exactly.
and it's going to be people that don't like you, and there's going to be people that do like you. It's
Right.
just a cool thing to do. I actually wish that previous presidents had done this. Like, obviously, you know, the historic George Bush throwing out the first pitch after 9/11. That was a historic moment in sports.
Historic moment.
One you'll
What
never
about-
forget, probably.
Ronald Reagan used to call Iowa Hawkeye football games when he was a young adult
That's right. I forgot about
as a
that.
radio broadcaster.
That's crazy.
I mean, I want to see more of it.
I do too. I mean, there's some names too in politics that would be funny to watch, though. Could you imagine a Mitch McConnell calling a sporting event?
He'd pass out.
Again, we're not getting political with this, but that's one that would be
He gets
funny.
stone faced. The Tennessee.
His eyes would get huge. Oh man. Nah, but
stuff,
okay. So yeah, because I mean, like, yeah, some past presidents, it would be fun. I think a Bill Clinton would be funny to watch do Arkansas game.
Oh, hilarious.
Like, I would crack up with that one.
Yes.
And then some of the people that have ran for president would probably make me laugh if they did it. Could you imagine like a Ted Cruz calling a football game? I would laugh at that. I think it would be hilarious.
That would be funny.
I could see a Gavin Newsom calling a UCLA game or something, or a USC game. Like, gosh, I want to see more political figures do that. I think it would just be a lot of fun for everybody, actually. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, that's actually everything I've got.
You know who'd be really funny calling a football game?
Who?
Vernon Supreme.
Who?
Vernon Supreme.
I don't know who that is.
He's always a third party candidate.
Okay.
His platform is ponies for everyone.
Oh God.
Give everyone a pony, and you fix the environment.
Okay.
Because of the mess, right?
Yeah.
You fix the environment, and this guy wears a boot on his head, an old rubber boot on his head.
Do know who he is? Yes.
That
okay.
would be hilarious.
That would be funny, actually. Oh my gosh. That being said, I tell you who would be a good one that I would like to hear call a baseball game would be Bernie Sanders. The way his voice is, hearing him call like a Yankee game or something.
Yep.
That would flow so good.
Yes.
Just the way he
But yeah, I didn't think there was anything political about that. I wanted to share it. I found it to be something cool and something funny at the same time. I wish we'd have more presidents do stuff like that.
Absolutely. The golden broom stance on politics is this. We don't talk about it on the show. We're not going to assuade who you vote for. You know, that's up to you.
Nope.
You support your candidate, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
So, that's that. Anywho, before we close the show out, so college basketball is underway. We've seen a lot of, some teams getting out there anyway. A lot really hasn't happened yet because it's so early in the season. Like, you're seeing a lot of blowouts right now in women's basketball, which is expected. But yeah, it's nice to see it start. My LSU Tigers have actually started out 2-0 in men's basketball. Can't complain. Just need to stay healthy and keep going. We're projected to finish last in the SEC by 99% of entities. So, what?
Kentucky got blown out.
In men's?
Yes.
No.
By Louisville tonight.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, poor Matt
96-88.
Short. You're. Dang. Michigan went to overtime with Wake Forest today. Duke dominated Army. Florida barely beat Florida State. Troy played Pensacola Christian. Never heard of them. Um, Scrolling through to find it. I mean, 96 to 88 is not really a blowout, though. I mean, it's not a good score to lose by.
I was told Kentucky was going to be really, really good defensively.
Yeah, it looks like first half just kind of got away from them.
They weren't good defensively.
Okay, so freshman Michael Brown Jr. scored 20 of his 29 points in the first half for Louisville. And it being at home, that does help. But yeah, he finished with 29 points, 10 of 11 for free throws, 8 of 16 from the floor. That's not bad at all. Louisville was actually favored by 5.5 in this game, by the way. So, great win for Louisville. That's a good one to get early.
Yep.
All right. Well, hold on. We might have breaking news. Oh. Whoa. All right. Philadelphia Eagles cornerback Jair Alexander has decided to step away from football in order to focus on getting right physically and mentally amid his ongoing recovery from off-season knee surgery, a league source told ESPN on Tuesday. Wow.
We had breaking news earlier today in the NFL.
What's that?
Titans cornerback, or Titans safety, L'Jarius Sneed, indicted in Texas.
Oh, really?
In connection with a shooting.
Oh my gosh.
He's charged with a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to 1 year in jail, for failing to report an event in which you knew had caused bodily injury.
Interesting.
That's what they charged him with. But
very interesting.
The two people that were involved in that were injured have both filed $1 million civil lawsuits against L'Jarius Sneed.
Of course they did. That's insane. By the way, never shared this tonight. Probably should have. Here's your current top 12 right now for the college football playoff. Ohio State 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3, Bama 4. Then you have the first round matchups of Georgia and South Florida. That would be a fun matchup. Then you have Notre Dame and Oregon, another good matchup. Miami, Texas Tech. That would actually probably be my favorite matchup of the first round. And then to close it out, Texas, Ole Miss. I can go ahead and tell you this will not be the final 12 at the end of the season because a lot of games left to go, obviously. I don't think Miami's going to be in at the end of the year. I think Texas Tech is they're really close for me to saying they're a lock. But I think the top four, I think all four of those make it unless something catastrophic happens to Alabama. But I think the top four make it. South Florida is the 12th seed. I'm okay with that for right now. Georgia obviously has a tough slate ahead of them, just like Texas this week. Essentially, Georgia's in a hot seat right now, sitting with one loss. Lose to Texas, then they have to play Georgia Tech. That's two games that are not easy right there. So Texas is on the bubble right now.
I have Georgia losing to Texas and to Georgia Tech. That'll be 3 losses. There will not be a 3-loss team in the college football playoffs.
Not this year for sure.
I have Texas losing Thanksgiving weekend to Texas A&M. That knocks them out. That'll be a 3rd loss. I have North Texas. Since they found Drew Mastermaker and he took over the starting position at quarterback, I have them beating South Florida in the American Championship.
Okay.
North Texas will get that spot.
Yep.
So that's 3 teams currently on here that I don't see making.
Now, let me ask you this question, though. Notre Dame. Okay, I think they're as long as they beat Pitt, I think they're a lock. I don't see. I mean, I think USC is a tough matchup for them, but I don't think they lose to USC. I don't think Oregon's going to be in at the end of the year.
Who's going to beat them?
I mean, I think they're on upset alert this week.
I don't think so.
We shall see. But no, I think the teams you have to look out for right now are Oklahoma. Should they beat Alabama this week? You got to look out for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt, basically, their pathway to get in is just win.
Win.
Simple as that.
Just win. Just win,
Win
baby.
out.
Just
win
win.
out. You're good. I mean, that's simple as that. And I think they can do it. Tennessee's defense is not that good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked that Tennessee's defense is 15th in the SEC, by the way.
Why?
That blows my mind.
Well, I'll say this about Tennessee's defense. I don't think it's as bad as what the numbers say it is.
No, it's not, because, I mean, their defense is fun.
However, it's young, and it took some
Yes.
hard lumps early that made those numbers look bad. They lead the nation in number of freshmen that have played on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to be said. Now, can they keep all of those guys? I don't think so.
No.
I think Boo Carter's going to be gone. I think a couple of them other players are going to transfer out. I don't think they stick around for the long haul. But they've gotten better as the season has gone on.
Yeah.
That game is in Knoxville. It's always a concern for me. I like our chances. And we're playing for something in that game. But remember, within the past 10 years, Tennessee had an opportunity to go to the Sugar Bowl, and Vanderbilt knocked them out of it. I could see Tennessee using that as motivation. Hey, let's knock these guys out of the playoffs. That's a scary game on the road. I think we're the better team. Sometimes the better team don't win.
Fair.
And I've been a Vanderbilt fan long enough to know that if you're going to get a gut punch, you're going to get a gut punch.
Yeah.
So, concerning game for sure. I would love nothing better to win out and have an opportunity to go in the playoffs. And then I can start chirping. Because 5 years ago, when Clark Lee was hired, and he went to his first SEC media days, and he said, we're going to build a championship program that's sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody laughed at him. Everybody laughed at Diego Pavia this summer at SEC media days when he said, our goal is the college football playoffs and national championship. Everybody laughed at him. If you're playing college football and that's not your goal, why are you playing? But if we get there, rest assured that the biggest Vandy chirper out there that has been quiet all year is going to start unloading receipts because I have plenty.
I look forward to it. I mean, I really hope Vanderbilt makes it. I think it'd be cool for them.
And don't overlook our men's basketball team that's put up 105 in both of their first two games.
Why not 106?
I mean, and don't overlook our women.
Definitely can't do that. They're fantastic.
We will have back-to-back National Freshman of the Year. Aubrey Galvan is the first freshman in NCAA history in her first two games to have 7 assists and 7 rebounds in both games. And she's a guard.
That's unheard of.
The only one in NCAA history.
That's amazing.
She will be your National Freshman of the Year.
Wow. I like it. I like it a lot. Well, dang. Well, with that being said, Everybody, thank y'all for watching tonight. It's been a good show. Very good show.
139 shout out. Appreciate
Wait,
all the comments tonight. Absolutely love it.
Absolutely. I mean, everybody's hitting us hard. Let's see where our views can. Oh, Twitter makes sense. Which it doesn't properly report. So I've learned something too. So your live views that you get on your podcast do not duplicate for some reason to YouTube. So when you finish a show, it'll say 0 views, but there's a good chance you actually had quite a few live views. And I don't understand that. Never will understand it, but it is what it is. With that being said, we thank you guys for watching tonight. Be sure to check out Chris on Spot the Ball this coming up Sunday. It's going to be a good episode as always. So what part of the playoffs are we in Tennessee now?
Second round.
Second round. All right. So there's some big matchups.
We have an opportunity in the second round to see a player become only the 4th player in state history to put up 3,000 yards in one season as a running back. That's going to be a game I'm following heavy. My guy Brandon Ivy in the chat over here, he may be enlisted to be joining Spot the Ball podcast. We haven't come to any final decision yet on that. We made some changes this past week. I got a new co-host, Mr. Jay Henson, who is a radio play-by-play announcer. It absolutely 100% helped our show. Just something I started doing just because high school football in Tennessee doesn't have enough viewership and enough coverage. So
absolutely. And also tomorrow night, check us out on the Triple B podcast, the Bayou Bengal Backers. Myself and Brandon Oge will be on there, and we'll be talking LSU. And you'll get to see my frustrations that I had tonight about LSU on the show tomorrow. I will go more in depth about the Brian Kelly lawsuit with LSU, as well as our upcoming matchup with Arkansas. We're going to talk a little basketball while we're there too. So feel free to check us out. You can find us at Triple B Podcast on YouTube, and we stream on all the Broom stuff as well because we don't really have other social medias that we use on that yet, but we're getting there. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night. And hey, you might see our shorts out there from this episode because there's going to be a lot of good sound clips. So be sure to look for those and share them if you don't mind. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And as always, go Tigers. This is where you do your Vanderbilt thing. Anchor down. There it is.
On the diamond where they play, sweeping competition.